Are you a buyer who's on the fence about purchasing in this market? If so, we've got 5 easy tips for you to follow to make a stress-free purchase. Stay tuned. Hey there, Neil Oates Jr. here, broker owner of world-renowned real estate luxury home specialist, here to share 5 easy tips for you to follow to make a stress-free purchase. Now, what we are seeing right now, unlike any time in recent history, are buyers taking advantage of the real estate market. So you may be asking, Neil, is now a good or bad time to take advantage or to get into the market? And if so, where do I begin? Yes, it is a good time if you're a buyer, if you follow these 5 steps. So the first step, number 1, is to lay the groundwork. Right now, even if you're unsure about your purchasing future, start laying the groundwork today. After you watch this video, I'm going to ask you to begin getting all of your ducks in a row, as we say. Start getting the paperwork in line, such as the relevant material you're going to be needing to provide to your lender if you're obtaining financing. This could include pay stubs, bank statements, your most recent tax returns, and while you're gathering that information, avoid any big or significant purchases. Don't apply for any new lines of credit, because what you're going to want to do is make sure you make this financing approval period as easy as possible. And number 1 is to lay the groundwork right now. Tip number 2 for you is to work with an agent. Now, many times the seller is responsible for paying the compensation for both the listing agent and the selling or buyer's agent, in your case, who would be representing you. So you would be getting the benefit of a seasoned professional, of someone who is knowledgeable and whose expertise is in helping you buy real estate. So all of the headaches and frustrations would be theirs to deal with, and they would be able to navigate you through this home buying process to make it as stress-free as possible. Tip number 3 is to communicate effectively. Now, I just mentioned that you're going to be working with an agent, but that's only one member of your team in this home buying process. You're going to have the lender, you're going to have title companies, you might have an association that you have to deal with. There may even be the inspector or an attorney. Communicate effectively, and by effectively I mean choose a type or platform of communication that works best for you. So if you are a phone person, make sure you let them know, I prefer to be communicated with a phone call or text message, email, social media, video, whatever it is. That's the first step in effective communication for you as a buyer to make this home buying process stress-free. And that's what we want to do. The second thing I'm going to ask you to do as a home buyer to make communication as effective as possible is be direct with your team. Be open, be honest. Let them know what questions you have. Let them know if you are uneasy or uncertain about anything you've heard, that you've been told, or just as questions pop into your head. Because what we understand is that we can't aid you as a buyer if we don't know what your fears, challenges, or concerns are. So be direct, make sure that you're being open, honest, and if you have questions, ask those questions of your agent or any other member of your team, because I want you to remember, they're here to help you make the best purchasing decision for you and your lifestyle. So tip number 4 is to be patient, persistent, and decisive. Now, I know you're thinking, that's so much. How can I be patient, persistent, and decisive all at the same time? So some of this is going to fall on the professional who's going to be helping you, your team, but ultimately it is up to you as a home buyer to be patient in the process, to know that there are going to be some things that are outside of your control or the control of those who are aiding you in the process. Be persistent. This journey is a roller coaster. There are ups, there are downs, there are twists and turns that maybe even your seasoned real estate professional can't even explain or anticipate. So be persistent in the process and know that your goal of home ownership, even if it's your first, second, third vacation home, investment buy, whatever it is, the goal that you have is worth you persevering through the process. And lastly, in tip number 4 is be decisive. Go with your intuition. We anticipate there being some hesitancy, some, as I like to call it, double dutching, waiting to get in. Do I pull the trigger? Do I not? I like this house, but is it the right house for me or my family? Am I paying too much? Go with your intuition, follow your gut. There's only so much research that you can do, because at the end of the day, besides knowing that you're ready to make a home purchase and having it be the right decision, many other decisions will creep in and have that little bit of fear or anxiety. But we want you to have a stress-free home purchase. So be persistent, be decisive, and make sure that you're being patient. And then last but not least, tip number 5 for a stress-free purchase is to be flexible. I mentioned earlier, a lot of things are going to be outside your control or the control of those who are aiding you in this process. Be flexible. Now, I am of the belief I don't want to set unreal expectations for you, so I'm not going to tell you that we're going to find your dream home. I'm going to say, can we find a home for you that checks the boxes, that meets your needs, and that you'll be happy pulling up to every single day? And you'll be glad when you lay your head down on the pillow at night. If we can do that, then you and we have exceeded our expectations. So be flexible, and you have to decide as the home buyer in what areas you're willing to be flexible in. Is it the square footage, the bedroom, bathroom? Is it the purchase amount, the number of inspection days? All of these things that your team are going to help you with, but you're going to have to be flexible in some way, form, or fashion so that we can have realistic expectations. So a quick recap, the 5 tips for a stress-free purchase. Number 1, go ahead and lay the groundwork. Number 2, work with an agent. Number 3, communicate effectively. Number 4, be patient, persistent, and decisive. And number 5, be flexible. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss a thing right here on Luxury Homes Broward. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the other buyer videos where we're showing you all of the tips, especially how to make an offer like a boss. Until the next time I see you or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Take care.